This is not a sponsored video. Gear review! Ow, fuck! Today we're talking about a slight oldie, but an extreme goodie in my opinion. The Instax Share SP-2. While it came out back in June of 2016, it's still a fantastic little piece of gear that would likely be a lot of fun for you to experiment with. So what is it? Well, what if I told you that you could make an actual instant photo print from photos you took on your DSLR or your cell phone? Not any sort of ink on paper stuff, we're talking about real FujiFilm instant photo prints. And you could do all that right from your phone, provided you have this weird little doohickey. Well, that's the FujiFilm Instax Share SP-2. It's a fun little instant film printer. But unlike the other FujiFilm instant cameras like the Mini 9, the SP-2 operates entirely in cooperation with your phone. The way it works is through a series of small OLEDs within the printer which expose the Instax film. Then the printer spits out the photo and the chemicals within the sheet do the rest. It's like a dark room, but you don't have to be in the dark or monitor temperatures or do any of that stuff, you just press the button. And to some, that's probably amazing. To others, this might be too gimmicky. I am a part of the former, but I also recognize that this is a very hipsterish product. Regardless, it's a ton of fun to mess around with. Look, you could even print out memes. That's sure to be relevant in years to come. The prints come out nicely, they're pretty damn faithful to what you see on the screen. While the prints are pretty faithful, sometimes you will get some that the contrast is a little bit off, like on Chungus over here. He's a little bit lighter than he was on the phone, but for the most part, pretty damn faithful. The SP-2 uses the Fujifilm Mini Instant Photo Paper, which, if you don't remember, they're roughly the size of a credit card or a Metro card. You can make adjustments within the Fujifilm SP-2's companion app akin to what you would do on Instagram. You can do subtle adjustments all the way up to filters that can completely change the way your photo looks. Just keep in mind your film stock is really the one who's running the show. If you do an amazing, vibrant, contrasty edit and then print with the monochrome film, something that I definitely didn't do while I was filming this video. Oh wow, we have a genius alert! Wow! Yeah, that's embarrassing. And while you're using this app, you can also take a picture with your phone and print that, which is pretty damn cool. Do keep in mind that this is photo paper and it is light sensitive. So unless you're in the dark, don't go switching those film cassettes because you will mess up your film. Moving on to ease of use and ergonomics, it's a nice and solid device. It feels well constructed and it feels like it could take a fall or two. In my hands, that's probably a good thing. The SP-2 is easy to load film into. It's the same way their instant cameras work. You just line up the two yellow notches and you're good to go. Super quick. Battery life rocks. Fuji claims that it's good for 100 prints. While I haven't tested out that many, I also haven't needed to charge it since I purchased it. I love the LED indicator on the printer. At a glance, you can see how many prints you have left in your cassette. The app also keeps track of that, but I mean, come on, look at these LEDs. They also do a nice little dance when you print, which I'm a fan of. There's what, like 2 buttons on the thing? It's pretty simple to use, and frankly, it's nice looking. I enjoy the aesthetics. It looks nice on my shelf. My shelf is a mess though. I mean, it works well because my life is a mess too. I've seen people online talk about how it's difficult to connect the SP-2 to your phone's Wi-Fi. I've never had any difficulties getting it up and running though. It's as easy as choosing the printer on your Wi-Fi, and then you're good to go. Once you're connected, the prints are very snappy. The whole process from press to print is about 10 seconds. Of course, that can take longer if you want to edit the photo in the app, but if you're just straight up printing, about 10 seconds. And after that, you just have to wait a couple minutes for the photo to develop. And while you're connected, you can just keep printing more until you run out of paper. I've been super positive so far, so let's have a quick reality check. While I did cop the SP-2 for cheap from a sketchy Craigslist deal, you know, the usual, the price of the paper can add up. You get 10 prints per pack, and it's usually around $13 for a pack of film at my local Target. So it's definitely not a cheap hobby. It's awesome to think though that the paper is readily available in stores in my area. One other thing, it would be nice to use the other Fuji varieties of paper like the square or the wide. Of course that would require the printer to be much bigger than it is, but honestly, I'm good with the mini prints just because of how unique the system is. Plus, if you really want those bigger prints, you can go with the newer Instax Share SP-3, which uses the square prints, but you're going to be paying more money for the SP-3 than you would for an SP-2. So I guess that's a you question. Does size matter? So who is the Instax Share SP-2 for? I think this is a really universal printer that anyone could have a ton of fun with. Whether they're a serious shooter, a film appreciator, a casual hobbyist, or someone who enjoys little keepsakes. The SP-2 would make a great gift, and it's certainly a lovely addition to my photo gear collection. I'm a big fan of it, and even after owning it for months, I still break it out now and again to make prints. And I'm giving the FujiFilm Instax Share SP-2 9 Owen Wilson wows out of 10. It's pretty good. Wow. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in, watching the videos, and all the support. I really appreciate it. It's been a busy month with a lot of gear reviews. I hope you're not sick of them yet, but let me know in the comments below. What are your favorite series? What do you want to see more of? You want me to review anything? You tell me what's on your mind, or join the Discord, or friend me on MySpace, all that fun stuff. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go now because I gotta edit this, so alright, bye. Well, this is awkward. I didn't make too many mistakes when recording this voiceover, so I can't do bloopers this week. So here's a picture of Big Chungus, and this is my subscribe screen for the end cards. You know, I always do a little something extra for those.